why do we need to go to the cloud? This works, this works. But cloud models are more agile, more efficient, more whatever. So give us an idea of what happened to that $70 billion organization as a result of your cloud move.
Yeah, so for one, let's just start with the infrastructure itself. It's hard to attract the kind of talent that an Amazon or Microsoft can get. Running those data centers, running those networks, securing that environment. We just can't compete in that space. It's just not a core competency. So just from a core competency perspective, it makes sense to move to the cloud. But you hit it on the head. It's really about agility. I'll use a Microsoft example. When I was at Microsoft, if I wanted to do a new project, I'd have to plan my hardware purchases 6 months in advance. Because by the time I got the order in, the hardware came in, it got racked, got all the OS installed. It was a good 6 months, right? Had to find the space and the power in the data center. So 6 months of latency. And then once I got that hardware, I'd hold on to it for dear life because, if I gave it up, I'd have to wait another 6 months. So this is my dev environments, my test environments, my user acceptance environments, my production environments. That concept completely went away when we moved to infrastructure as a service. So if I wanted a new VM, a new virtual machine, 15 minutes after I configured it, the VM was up and running. If I wanted to create a development environment and run that for 6 hours, I could. At the end of that 6 hours of that dev cycle, I could either blow that environment away and not worry about what I'm going to do with that hardware. I could, what we call snoozing that environment, where that environment just gets written to disk. I'm no longer paying compute charges to storage of that environment. That environment can sit there for a week, 2 weeks, unsnooze it. 5 minutes later, I had a dev environment up and running, and I could do my development or test or my UAT environments. On these legacy environments, even if I get down to 1,000 applications, we're not going to be engineering on those environments. And so taking these legacy environments and be able to create the environments, but then just have them, stored to disk, waiting for 3, 6, 12 months before I need to touch them again. So it not only gives you agility, it gives you, cost savings, security of the environments, right? That's one less environment for somebody to hack into or exploit. So, infrastructure as a service, there's just so many variables there. Now, one thing we should address, and Microsoft's not going to like me saying this, if you just take your existing on-premises environment, lift and shift it to the cloud, you're actually going to pay more money than if you were on-premises. So you can't just take your existing practices and the way you manage hardware and move it to the cloud. You have to adopt new things. So auto scaling, on low load periods, maybe at night, you're down to just 1 or 2 VMs to run a workload. During the day, during peak loads, maybe that expands to 6, 7, 8. So it's nice to have the elasticity. And like I said, your dev and test environments, they don't have to be up and running and sitting idle. They can just be paused or snoozed and sitting on the side. So, that's just a simple example of the value of running the cloud and, the agility. Looks like you're trying to jump in, but I'll let you jump in here. Sorry.
No, I having gone through this a little bit, and I think some of the pushback will be, and by the way, I agree with you 1,000%. Some of the pushback will be around, hey, 4,000 applications. You're going to have things. Literally, you're going to have things that require dongles, and to client server to all the way up to cloud native applications. You're going to have a few startups that have done cloud native applications. That would be great if there was cloud native alternatives to all these applications. So it will be multiple strategies, won't it? I mean, there's not going to be like a one strategy fits all to get it all to the cloud, I would imagine.
No, it's not one size fits all. And some of the feedback I've got is, hey, some of these applications run on NT4. Some of them run on Windows XP. Some of these companies don't exist anymore, and we can't get rid of them. And as a CIO, I'm thinking, gosh, if we've got an app running on NT, like it can't be secure. Like Microsoft no longer supports that operating system; it's no longer patching that. So it's not a matter of the difficulty of moving that to the cloud because maybe it isn't cloud ready. I'm looking at it through a different lens in this case to say, boy, this is a huge security risk. What do we do to get that out of our environment altogether? It's part of that simplifying that environment. Hopefully it's one of those 3,000 I can get rid of. You know, is there an alternative? Is there some consolidation we can do? Can we just get rid of that? You know, there's going to be a lot of triage that needs to be done. But, you know, as a CIO, I can't just have a Windows NT machine sitting in an environment that's just, you know, at a high risk to be hacked.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes some action.
Yeah, NT and XP. I mean, there's not a lot of XP workstations, but there's an awful lot of XP clinical devices still out there that need to be secured.